Hello team and welcome to the Dark Souls 2 Tech Rundown. After the nightmarish PC port of Dark Souls 1 and the controversy concerning visuals on release, many people were justifiably gun-shy about investing in Dark Souls 2 for the PC. After playing a couple hours and recording some footage, I think I have a good impression about how the PC port turned out. To give viewers a bit of perspective, my computer uses an i5 quad-core processor at 3.2 GHz, a GTX 460 graphics card, and 8 GB of RAM. It's a competent gaming rig, but I'm beginning to see it age myself in some regards, so take some of my comments with a grain of salt. All drivers are up to date for modern PC gaming, so that venue is covered as well. In terms of performance, let's just say that the literal moment I started playing Dark Souls 2, I screamed, "This is a PC port! This looks incredible!" Once the admittedly low frame and poorly compressed intro cutscene was finished, the game performed at a perfectly stable 60 frames per second without a hitch. My settings were maxed out as well, so this is a fantastic sign from the get-go. Texture scaling is a bit iffy, however, though that problem can be attributed to poor development rather than the porting process. Surprisingly, motion blur and anti-aliasing barely affected my performance at all. The reported menu lag from the console release is also gone, which is a great thing to see from this port as well. My old rig managed to play this game quite admirably when the settings were maxed out, which is a great sign in terms of optimization. However, the load times between warping and death is not long, but just long enough to break the pacing of things, so that feels a little weird. In terms of numbers, my computer was hitting anywhere between 20 to 50% CPU usage and 600,000 kilobytes of memory usage, and the game takes up 12 gigabytes of hard drive space as well, so be sure to free up resources when playing this port. Whenever I try to record footage, however, I notice that my performance tanks quite a fair bit, but only down to about 48 frames per second at worst. Which isn't bad, but I think it's more of a sign that my computer is old more than anything. Compared to the heinously low frame rate and performance of Demons and Dark Souls 2 on the PC is utterly breathtaking and easily the best version of the game. As for options, the options menu actually exists in this port. Now that FromSoft has some experience in PC development, the options menu seems far more in line with standard computer gaming practices. It's not widely detailed, and some of the results are vague options rather than straight numbers, but there's actual options now, and this opens up a wider range of computers capable of playing the game now. Resolution options are reported to be as big as your monitor can get, and while I only have a 1080p monitor, I've seen evidence that shows that resolutions can go to comical heights. Worry not, fellow players, Dark Souls 2 has actual options this time. Controller support for Dark Souls 2 is the same old dance for most modern games on the market. Dark Souls 2 features 360 controller and keyboard mouse support. Supposedly there's PS3 and PS4 controller support out there, but many people have reported that the controls are totally confounding or not work at all with Joy-to-Key. Keyboard mouse controls are customizable and make actual sense, and for those who have played Dark Souls 1 on keyboard mouse, this is a welcome breath of fresh air. Aside from the problems with PlayStation controllers, the Dark Souls 2 inputs are very acceptable. Overall, From Software really got their act together and presented a well-done PC port. Outside of certain controversies with the visuals or gameplay elements, I could safely say that Dark Souls 2 on the PC is the definitive version of the game. It offers the best experience with steady performance for most gaming computer ranges, all at $10 less than the console prices. Now, excuse me, I had to die 1,000 deaths with my first playthrough on the Champion Covenant.